Everyone. My name is Tanya Wolf. I'm the Associate Vice President, Applied Research at Red Deer Polytechnic. It's my pleasure to MC today's program and to welcome each of you to the Center for Innovation in Manufacturing Technology Access Center, or what we call CIM-TAC, for this event. In the spirit of truth and reconciliation, Red Deer Polytechnic acknowledges that we learn and work on Treaty 7, Treaty 6, and Métis ancestral lands, the greeting place of many Indigenous peoples. We honor the First Peoples who have lived here since time immemorial, and we give thanks to the land where RDP sits. This is where we will strive to honor and transform our relationships with one another. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you, including our distinguished guests, Honorable Rajan Sawhney, Minister of Advanced Education, MLA for Red Deer South, Jason Steffen, Member of Parliament for Red Deer Mountain View, Earl Dreeshen, representing the City of Red Deer, Kramer Barnstable. We are also thankful to have the Board of Governors of Red Deer Polytechnic all here with us today. We thank you for your presence and ongoing support. Today we are here to celebrate a significant milestone in the expansion of the CIM-TAC made possible by a generous capital investment from the Government of Alberta. At this time, I am pleased to welcome the Honourable Rajan Sawhney, Minister of Advanced Education, to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Wolf, for that kind introduction. I'm so thrilled to be here today, and what a crowd we have here today. I'd like to recognize MLA Jason Steffen, MP Earl Dreeshen, Deputy Mayor Barnstable, and members of Red Deer Polytechnic Board of Governors, and of course, Board Chair Guy Pelletier. Thank you so much for being here today. And I also have to recognize these wonderful students who are standing behind me. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. Again, I'm so pleased to be here at Red Deer Polytechnic today to take part in this exciting announcement. Alberta's economy has momentum, and we are focused more than ever on job creation, diversification, and innovation as we continue to be the economic engine of Canada. We, along with our incredible post-secondary institutions, are helping to train Albertans to build a more sustainable, innovative future. We want to make sure Albertans have the skills and competencies and hands-on experience to make the most of those opportunities and to enjoy rewarding careers. Red Deer Polytechnic is playing a critical role in supporting technological innovation while creating opportunities for students. The Centre for Innovation in Manufacturing, or CIM-TAC, is an incredible collaborative space where students, experts, and businesses all work together to innovate and solve real-world problems in manufacturing. It's good for business. In fact, in 2022 alone, the CIM-TAC worked with 57 companies, completed 64 projects, and had over 1,300 industry engagements. We want to keep this incredible momentum going and create even more opportunity for students, Alberta businesses, and of course, RDP. And so today I have the honor to officially announce that Budget 2024 will invest $12.9 million over the next 3 years to expand CIM-TAC here at Red Deer Polytechnic. This strategic investment will expand the CIM-TAC, almost doubling the space, and by 2030 give RDP greater capacity to train up to 2,400 students and help businesses across our economy remain competitive and grow. Through this investment, more Alberta-based manufacturers across multiple sectors will be able to develop, test, and scale their ideas. And more RDP students, like the ones behind me, will be engaged at the forefront of Made in Alberta technologies and manufacturing solutions. This expanded and enhanced innovation ecosystem aims to generate $25 million in applied research, generating almost $100 million in expanded economic output by 2030. I always appreciate opportunities to celebrate the role of Alberta's post-secondary education system as we look towards Alberta's future. As a province, we need to be ready for the future by supporting the people who make up the workforce and preparing them for new demands and expectations, emerging technologies, and a host of evolving and exciting career options. By embracing opportunities like this one, we create spaces that nurture skills and develop competencies which align with industry needs. It all adds up to improving the agility, resilience, and responsiveness of our workforce. We see Alberta's future as a place of incredible opportunity. We want to make sure Albertans have the skills and competencies and the insight to make the most of those opportunities and to enjoy rewarding careers. As Minister of Advanced Education, I truly feel that post-secondary education in our province powers the future. Every student who takes a first step on their educational journey is led by their own hopes for the future, hopes of what they'll do or become once they earn that certificate or degree, or gain that crucial element of real-world experience. In a similar way, our province's post-secondary institutions innovate and adapt to meet the future's demands. So, congratulations to RDP for delivering these crucial learning experiences that are competency-based, while at the same time offering a truly engaging process for the students to retain and apply new skills. It's clear that Albertans will have access to many amazing opportunities now and even more in the years ahead. I look forward to seeing the new CIM-TAC take shape and all the wonderful possibilities it will hold in just a few years' time. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for being here today. It's such a delight to see you all.
Thank you, Minister Sawhney. We appreciate your leadership and your voice in championing Alberta's post-secondary institutions. I would now like to invite Stuart Cullum, President of Red Deer Polytechnic, to the podium.
Thank you, Tanya, and thank you, Minister Sawhney, for being here today to celebrate this important funding announcement. It was about 6 months ago that we had the opportunity to host here at RDP government MLAs on campus. During that discussion, we considered whether Alberta's public post-secondary institutions have the capacity to support Alberta's growing workforce needs. My response at the time reflected that our campuses represent significant capacity built by Alberta residents and taxpayers. They also have significant opportunity for expansion to meet the needs of a growing and diversified economy. Altogether, our campus contains more than 1.2 million square feet of teaching, learning, and applied research space, over 300,000 square feet of trades training space, and we have more than 290 acres of land in which to develop and expand to meet the needs of Alberta's industries. Red Deer Polytechnic has the capacity, the expertise, the industry relationships, and the plan. In fact, in January, we launched and published our 2030 strategic plan titled Productivity and Social Impact. Focused on strategic drivers that will expand our program mix, enhance applied research impact, and grow enrollment by 50%, we believe our plan and our Polytechnic are ready to support the Premier's aspiration of Red Deer to be Alberta's next major population centre. An important aspect of our strategic plan is that we will provide campus environments that fosters collaboration and integration between teaching, learning, applied research, and industry engagement. We refer to these spaces as innovation ecosystems. These are living labs where Alberta's innovative solutions and next-generation talent will be produced and represent our transformation into a polytechnic focused on Alberta's economic and social priorities. The Government of Alberta's investment to expand our Centre for Innovation and Manufacturing represents its first major investment toward RDP's future since we became Alberta's newest polytechnic. Our expanded CIM-TAC is going to enhance the existing space and provide more than 10,000 square feet of additional space to support Alberta's manufacturing industry. Purpose-built as an innovation ecosystem, it will enhance our applied research capacity, which since its opening in 2009 has served more than 300 clients. It'll provide more opportunities for education, training, and work-integrated learning, and it'll support the integration and engagement of industry, faculty, researchers, and students around the issues that need to be solved to enhance Alberta's competitiveness across key sectors such as energy, healthcare, agriculture, and construction. It will provide more capacity for trades programming and new program development to meet the emerging needs of our manufacturing sector. It will also enhance pathways into trades and technology programming, including with our K-12 system. In the past year, RDP has grown its dual credit programming by 160 students. Through the CIM-TAC expansion and the Government of Alberta's investment toward the Central Alberta Collegiate Institute, which RDP is a proud participant in, we will see more than 5,000 square feet of additional space enhancements to support dual credit training. In fact, as we speak, our dual credit industrial mechanic millwright program is underway with students from 4 Alberta high schools on campus training here today. Through these public investments, RDP is further equipped to support trades expansion within the province. And in the weeks ahead, RDP will be launching a Central Alberta trade strategy. The intent is to work closely with industry and government to assess what is needed to support the growth of trades talent within the region. So coming back to the conversation that we had 6 months ago, I believe that Red Deer Polytechnic is demonstrating that we are ready to respond to Alberta's training, education, and applied research needs. We are building our capacity to do just that, and clearly the Government of Alberta is with us. Minister Sawhney and MLA Stefan, thank you for believing in Red Deer Polytechnic. This investment is a signal to our stakeholders, our region, our industry sectors, and our students that our Polytechnic is well positioned to address the innovation and talent development needs of the region and the province. We thank you and the Premier and your government for your investment and demonstration of support towards our future and the future prosperity of Alberta's manufacturing sector. It is now my pleasure to introduce one of RDP's valued industry partners, Daryl Short. Daryl is president of Karma Medical Products Limited, based in Edmonton, and he has chosen to collaborate with RDP's applied research team in the CIM-TAC to develop, innovate, and enhance medical equipment manufactured by Karma. Welcome, Daryl.
Thank you very much, Stuart, for inviting me to be here today. So what does this investment do for industry? Looking at the 4 pillars of our business, common manufacturing, common medical products, safety, quality, productivity, and continuous improvement, one could say that this investment will enhance and improve all 4 of our core values. Now, I say jokingly that customers only want 3 things: now, perfect, and free. We know that they will only pay for the value added to change the fit, form, or function of that something into something else that has value. And we call that productivity, that fit, form, and function change. Statistics Canada describes productivity as a measure of the efficiency with which an economy transforms inputs into outputs. So in other words, how much work can a worker get done? That measure can then be used to compare productivity in this country against itself historically and to see how Canada fares against other countries. Higher labor productivity is closely associated with improving living standards because it allows wages to rise without increasing inflation. Unfortunately, Canada's productivity has been low and getting lower when compared to similar developed countries for decades. Key factors leading to this low productivity are low investment in research and development, training, and innovation. While Alberta outpaces other provinces, we are not immune to the worrying trend of Canada's productivity challenge. Improving labor productivity is a multifaceted process that can be approached in various ways. So because of this investment in RDP and CIM-TAC, industry will have the opportunity to de-risk new technology and successfully take prototypes to production, scale up, and adopt lessons learned to other businesses. Because of this investment in greater innovation space, new equipment and technology will provide workers and students with better machines, tools, and technology boosts in productivity by enabling more efficient work. Because of this investment in education, training, and professional development, we can contribute and have a more skilled workforce through hands-on learning, on-the-job training, and continuous learning. By implementing these strategies, companies can not only improve their productivity, but also improve their competitiveness and sustainability in the marketplace. The manufacturing sector is a critical part of Alberta's growing economy, and through partnerships like this one, we are more than ready to play a lead role in striving towards Alberta's prosperous future. Thank you to the Minister, and thank you very much to Red Deer Polytechnic for having me today.
Thank you, Daryl, for sharing your insights. My team and I have thoroughly enjoyed working with you and your team during the last few years. And we look forward to more collaboration ahead. As we conclude today's announcement, I would like to extend my gratitude once again to each of you for joining us today. We welcome you to stay a while to join us at the entrance of the CIM-TAC for fellowship and light refreshments. I will now hand it off to government staff to proceed with the media conference.
Thank you very much. We are ready to begin the question and answer segment of today's announcement. Journalists will have the opportunity to ask an opening question and a follow-up question. We will start with journalists on site before moving to the phones. Please begin by stating your name, outlet, and who your question is directed toward. Thank you. We will now take our first question from the floor.
Hi, this is Susan Zielinski for the Red Deer Advocate. I was hoping someone at RDP could talk to me specifically about different projects that have been developed here.
I think that would be Dr. Wolf.
We work in a range of market sectors, both with entrepreneurs and small and medium-sized businesses to some multinationals in the areas of oil and gas, alternative energy generation systems, agriculture and veterinary care, consumer goods, and our growing sector in medical device manufacturing. Some of the projects that are highlight on there have been announced previously at other types of events. Our partnership with WashBots Inc. They have a product here where they developed a solar panel washing machine, not a washing machine. And through that, they were looking for ways to increase the efficiency, make it lightweight, add in some automation components as well. And right now they're looking at deploying that internationally and in other solar fields as well. So that's a really interesting project. Another project we have with a local orthopedic veterinary surgeon. And they came to us many, many years ago about canine joint replacements. And the problem was that there was the surgery had a long time for the animal to come back to health. And so he developed a new type of knee replacement, and we worked with him to be able to make that more manufacturable and do the work that he needed to do. It's now being made overseas, and we're looking at working with him to bring that back. But we're also looking at using some of our advanced manufacturing tools here to be able to look at personalization of these devices here so that they fit the animal better and they have even better care as they heal and go forward. So those are two types of examples. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. Do you have a follow-up?
No.
All right. We will now move to the phones. Operator, please put through the first journalist.
Kelsey Arnett, Globe and Mail. Hi, thanks for taking my call. My question is for Minister Sawhney. It's not directly related to this specific announcement, but I'm just wondering what your thoughts are on the Calgary Police Services clearing the encampment at the University of Calgary using flash bombs and tear gas.
Okay, well, thank you for that very important question. I know that this is a question that other Albertans might be asking, and perhaps even other Canadians. Well, first of all, I want to say that Canadians and students, of course, have the right to protest within the confines of the law. And of course, post-secondaries also have the right to enforce their standard protocols. And in the case of University of Calgary, one of their protocols was no encampments. And that's been in place for some time. And in the act of enforcing that, Calgary Police Services were involved. And we respect the operational independence of Calgary Police Services, and we know that all parties are working together to ensure that things run smoothly. I know that there could be more potential protests today, But one thing I do want to highlight and really point out is that the post-secondaries are having ongoing dialogues with some of the student leaders. And so I do commend those actions by our institutions, and I continue to look for additional leadership from the post-secondaries.
Thank you. Do you have a follow-up?
Perfect. Thank you. Yes, I do. I just wanted to, like you said, protests might be becoming more popular, gaining more ground. What steps, if they do start to escalate, will your office take to work with universities and the protesters to mitigate or solve them?
Well, again, post-secondaries have their own protocols that they work within, and certainly police services have their own operational independence, and the province would only get involved in very exceptional circumstances. And the Minister of Public Safety, Minister Mike Ellis, can certainly outline what those exceptional circumstances might be. But I'm very confident that the universities have the tools that they need in conjunction with police services to be able to manage any potentially explosive situations on campus. They've outlined their protocols to us in government, and again, we look to them for leadership on this.
Operator, please put through the next caller.
There are no other questions in the queue at this time.
Thank you.